My God. How about round of applause Mondays, right? We got to give our round of applause for the Detroit Lions. First of all, 31-18 win. Let's start there, all right? Let's start Dan Campbell. In my opinion, the first time I've seen him coach a game for 4 quarters where his staff completely outcoached the opposing sideline. So a round of applause for them. We can do that, huh?
That is huge.
Unbelievable. You don't expect that from a Detroit Lions football team. You don't expect it under a Dan Campbell coached football team. Jeff, let's just go back 3 weeks. 1-6. 4-19-1 as a head coach. No road wins under his belt. Continuing to find ways to lose games. It's not looking great. Losing belief. And you know what? To be honest with you, you had no reason to believe 3 weeks ago. Defense steps up against Green Bay. Defense makes a play when it had to against Chicago. Defense completely chokes out a team, Jeff, that didn't turn the ball over. Going into yesterday, they had the 3rd fewest turnovers in football. Daniel Jones hadn't had a multi-interception game all year. In fact, he had thrown 2 interceptions all year prior to Sunday. And what do you know? Lions defense came in. Lee McNeil with the sack. Aidan Hutchinson, his 2nd interception of the year. My goodness. And you know what? A round of applause, and I'll let you guys clap here. Round of applause to all the Detroit Lions fans. Enjoy not only your Sunday, your victory. Monday, enjoy.
You know what also happened 3 games ago was Aubrey Pleasant being let go. And the secondaries responded, man. Through this 3-game win streak, 7 takeaways. And that's not all on the secondary. Aidan Hutchinson has 2 of those. But still, it speaks to what this defense has been doing the last 3 weeks, which they haven't done previously, and that's take the ball away. And it's done them well. They're on a 3-game winning streak. And like you said, Dan Campbell, one of their most complete games, I think, since last year when they beat the Cardinals 30-12. Big-time win on the road. Back-to-back road wins. And 2 weeks ago, we were talking about just getting 1 road win. He gets back-to-back against a really good New York Giants football team.
Man.
And they're well coached.
Oh, my God.
But the Lions were just
Oh, my God. You know what? I'm telling you guys from now.
better that game.
I'm telling you guys from now. The Lions win on Thursday. We will be here at Feldman next Monday. We're going to go out of our way to be here, and I'm going to bring everybody that works here a hookah. All right? I'm going to bring every single person here a hookah, and we're all going to stand up here and get blazed together. That's what's going to happen. Having said that, Jeff, what a game. What a game. Lee McNeil, that was his best game. Aidan Hutchinson again.
Yeah.
You talk about how do you play defense in the NFL, right? The rules are in favor of the offense, right? Offense is the new way. It's the sexy way. How do you go out there and play good defense? You get off the field on third down.
Yep.
You get pressure on the interior on quarterback so they can't step up in the pocket. And Lee McNeil was a problem all day. I believe he recorded 4 pressures, 1 sack, 7 tackles. My God, his best game as a Detroit Lion. You know, I don't want to get to everything all at once, right? It's second hour of the show. I do want to talk about Brad Holmes, but we're going to save him for the second hour. Yeah. I think right now, enjoy.
Lee McNeil deserves to be brought up, too. This is Detroit Lions PR tweeted this out. Lions D-line, Lee McNeil is Detroit's first interior defensive lineman to produce a game with 3 tackles for loss and 1 sack, since Coron Reed did in October 25th, 2015. Listen, it's worth bringing out the hookah. Lee McNeil had his best game by far in a Lions uniform, and so did a lot of guys. So it was huge.
Man, let me tell you.
I just can't take
you seriously. I was watching that game yesterday. Let's talk about 2 important things. You went into halftime up, right?
Yeah.
And what have we seen consistently all year with this football team? In the second half, they have been outcoached and outplayed. That is the reality.
Right.
The Lions walked in with the 3rd plus-minus point differential in the 3rd quarter, and the Giants walked in with the best plus-minus point differential in the 3rd quarter. And you know what happened? The Giants didn't blitz you. Lions came out and answered. Ben Johnson, I think, called his best game as an offensive coordinator in his young NFL career.
I would say the most complete, yes.
It was not only complete, Jeff, that was not an easy game. I know the Lions made it look easy. I know the Jets aren't a legitimate 7-2, now 7-3, or excuse me, the Giants aren't a legitimate 7-2, now 7-3 football team. I understand that. But their defensive coordinator came from Baltimore.
A wink.
He's
the real
been
deal.
around the block.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
He's had answers every week, all season long, for the Giants and their opponents. They didn't have answers for the Detroit Lions. They didn't have answers for the Lions in the red zone, who continue to run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. What do you know? The strength of this offense, which is their offensive line, absolutely delivered. It was, I think, the most impressive win, and not only the most impressive win under Dan Campbell, I thought it is the most important win they have had so far with him as the head coach. We talked about it before the year, before the 1-6 start, before the 3-game win streak. What were the expectations this year? I put 7-10, but I wouldn't yell at any of you at home if you said 8 or 9 wins because I could see it. But I was sitting there at 7. You are now 4-6, and all I asked you to do is split between New York and Buffalo. That's already done. That's a guarantee. Dare I say, Buffalo on Thursday, Ford Field sold out. It'll be the loudest it's been since week 1 against Philly. I can guarantee you that. I am looking forward to Thursday, but let's just enjoy the Monday. Let's enjoy the game from Sunday. Jeff, Jared Goff, I thought, played a very good game. You want to talk about handing out game balls maybe? Look, I know Jamal Williams ran in 3 touchdowns. Justin Jackson made some runs.
Yeah.
That I thought at times underappreciated but very important. DeAndre Swift got in the end zone, so that was good for his confidence. We'll see if he develops over the season, but I think they found their balance. I think you run Jamal 14, 18 times, and then you give Swift, the 3, 4, 5 targets a game in the air, and then you give him 6, 7, 8 carries, and that is that's looking like an effective way to win football games, especially behind this offensive line. But Jeff, I'm not a fan of having to repeat myself so often, but can I just say it one more time?
Get it off your chest.
The Lions dominated. They didn't win. They dominated a wild card team. They dominated a 7-win football team. They dominated for 4 quarters a New York Giants team that all season long were very well coached, I should say. Very disciplined, didn't turn the ball over, and what do you know? It was the Giants making the penalties. It was the Giants turning the ball over. This was the formula for success all year.
Right.
Don't shoot yourself in the foot. You don't have to go out every Sunday and beat your opponent. It's the NFL. It's the lowest margin of victory since, 1932? All these games are coming down to 7, 8, 9-point games, 1-possession games. What are you going to do about it? Don't make the crucial mistake. Don't go. Wait. Did I read the box score correctly? I think I did. Did the Lions go for it on 4th down yesterday? Let me check with my friends up in New York. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Thank you for feeding me the information. I don't believe so. They didn't go for it on 4th down and they won a football game? Wait, so you're telling me you don't have to go for it on 4th down 5, 6, 7 times a game? Wait, you're telling me you don't have to be, quote, aggressive, meaning stupid, every single game?
I even like that it was right before the half where they tried to catch him off sides. It's almost like they were going for it on 4th. They didn't, and they just ended up punting.
It was
like even that point, you're like, oh, we'll see. No, they didn't. They didn't go for it once.
It was everything you could have imagined.
Yeah.
And more. And we talked about it on Friday. What were the keys to victory, right? And I know it's cliche. I know we talk about winning the turnover battle. It's such a foregone. Every week it's to win the turnover battle, obviously. But they've done it for 3 straight weeks now. And what do you know? They're suddenly winning 3 in a row. Jeff, I am uber impressed with Dan Campbell after yesterday. Mm-hmm. Uber impressed with the team overall as a collective, their coaching staff. Aaron Glenn, by the way, we give a round of applause for Aaron Glenn. Rightfully so. Got a lot of shit. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Had it coming. Having said that, he's responded. Right. The defense has responded. And let's not act again. I was told there was no talent on this team. I thought Brad Holmes was doing a horrible job. Last I checked, those players are starting to come into their own. Oh, wait, did Kerby Joseph get an interception yesterday? Let me call my friends in New York one more time. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kyle Hamilton injured, didn't get an interception. Oh, Kyle Hamilton. Oh, wait, what? Kyle Hamilton, number 2 overall. Oh, excuse me, fuck you. Wait, Kerby Joseph, 3rd round pick. 3 interceptions on the year.
2
forced fumbles.
couple pass deflections.
Thank you for the information.
And can I give credit too, because you noticed last season when they fired Anthony Lynn, the offense improved. They fire Aubrey Pleasant, and although at the time I felt like he was a scapegoat, the facts are the facts. The defense has improved. They held Saquon. I'll just give you some context of what they did in the first half. This is the most impressive. First half defense, you hold Saquon to 10 carries for 18 yards. You get 2 sacks, 4 tackle for losses, and 6 quarterback hits, including a big-time pick by Aidan Hutchinson. A beautiful play. I mean, Daniel Jones didn't see him, especially how big Aidan is. The defense stepped up, man. AG, if there was a game to give him the game ball, it also would have been against the Giants. I mean, AG called a great game, man. Those guys, John Kaminsky, Aleem McNeil,
the whole team.
Aidan Hutchinson, everybody.
Guys,
everybody
again,
played well.
First time since 2017 you've won 3 games in a row. Fair?
Yep.
Cool. Now that we've acknowledged that, date back to 2017. From 2017 till now, have you ever watched the Lions team play 4 quarters like this? The only one that comes to mind was Jacksonville early on with Patricia, if you guys remember, when I believe Swift ran for over 100 yards.
Yep.
That is the one game that does ring a bell in my head. Having said that, it was not as impressive of a win as this one was. This was season-altering. This was season-saving. Not because I'm telling you right now they're going to be 11-6 or 10-7. No, it's season-saving because there's a silver lining after that game. They're 4-6. You know what? I could make the case they should be 6-4, but they shot themselves in the foot. Coaches got in the way. And I said this on Twitter last night. When they were 1-6, it was an indictment and a reflection of their coaching. Mm-hmm. A fact. Now that they're 4-6, it is a reflection of their coaching as well. Their coaching staff across the board, especially Dan Campbell, deserve a ton of credit this morning. They went on the road, beat a very good, very well-coached New York Giants football team. I got nothing but good things to say.